Hey, hi, what's up? You are doing it wrong. I would rather not do that. Just like do old school beauty YouTube right here. This thing will change your life. It's a big investment I gotta hold out. Router. Yeah, that's not a fun experience. This is probably the weirdest thing I've ever shared on my YouTube channel. I had a little bit too much fun filming my equipment video. If you guys did not see it, I shared all of my equipment that I use, that I have bought, that I regret, that are just like absolutely amazing and you may wanna buy yourself. Today, I wanted to do kind of like a spin-off and I wanna share with you guys my favorite Amazon finds and things that I use for my business all the freaking time that you may be looking for. You may not know that like they are available, that they even exist. And yeah, if you're looking for a holiday gift for yourself, a recommendation that you can give someone else being like, I really want this for my YouTube channel. I'm hoping that you guys find something in this video, so let's get into it. As I'm sure you guys have seen in a bunch of my YouTube videos, I've got this lovely iMac here, which is great and amazing. It's a huge, large screen. Like editing YouTube videos on this, just amazing. It's the greatest. The only problem is that the first year and a half that I had this, I was doing everything on it. I wasn't using external hard drives at all. I wasn't editing on external hard drives, and this thing filled up so fast with all of my files and footage and everything else that it became so incredibly slow. And then once I decided to invest in my laptop here, I completely stopped using that because I realized how slow it was once I had something that ran at normal speed. But what I really want to talk to you about is actually this laptop stand. Once I got this laptop, I knew that I wanted some sort of stand because with laptops, I mean, obviously I'm spending a lot of time here working at my desk and just setting it down on this wood top, there's no circulation, there's no airflow beneath it. And if you guys have ever had a computer where the fan just runs so loud, yeah, that's not a fun experience. So I knew that I wanted to get a laptop stand of sorts. So this is the one that I got off of Amazon, and it just has this little raindrop, and I don't know if it's because of this raindrop. I don't know if it's because it's metal and not wood, if it's just because it's lifted off of a surface, and even when I set it on it, extends off a little on both sides. Something about it makes it that it does not overheat. Like my fan never runs loud with this laptop stand. Hey, hi, what's up? We're meeting on my floor because I want to talk about this box right here. I freaking love this thing. Seriously, one of the greatest things that I've bought off of Amazon. If you currently have just like a mess with your cords and it does not look aesthetically pleasing, get one of these boxes. It's the greatest thing going. I have an extension cord right here with a bunch, or not even an extension cord. This is a, what am I thinking of? A surge protector. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I've got one of these here. It's got 4 different plugs because obviously my outlet only has 2 and I need more things to plug in here. So if I had this just sitting out like that, just doesn't look cute, right? It's not what we're going for. So with this simple little box, it has got these slits on both sides. So you guys can see like this goes the whole way down instead of like sticking up at the top. It fits all my cables. It's got a lid right on top and it just looks so nice down here. This next thing took me way too long to purchase, and it's not because I was like, oh, it's a big investment I gotta hold out. I just didn't think this through fully. So this is a memory card holder, and this is like a nice case to it. It can hold 8 memory cards in here, and what I used to use before, I have this little ring dish, which is actually super cute, and it says choose joy on it, but I have this just like on this shelf over here, and I used to put all of my memory cards on here, and this was kind of their placeholder. You know, like when you have like a certain spot for your keys, this was my certain spot for my memory cards, but every time I had to travel with them, if I was traveling in general, or if I was working at a coffee shop, I would put my memory cards in a Ziploc baggie so that they wouldn't get scratched up, they wouldn't get ruined, and that's how I would travel with them. I should have just bought this sooner, and I honestly have no good reason why I didn't. So if you do not have a memory card holder, just get one. While we're talking about memory cards here, you guys know that I have got a MacBook Pro, and for one, this computer's amazing, but I did not buy it off of Amazon. With MacBook Pros, they only have little ports here for USB-Cs, but if I wanted just like a normal USB, or if I wanted obviously something to read my memory cards, I need an adapter. So this is the adapter that I have, and it actually matches the color of my computer, which is really nice. It's such like a minor thing that no one really cares about, but for me, aesthetically, I like it. It just has 2 little prongs right here, as you can see right here, there are actually 3 USB options. There's also a small memory card reader right there, and then there is a spot for my charger as well. Now, I rarely have 2 things plugged in on this side and this over here, so it's not like I'm really like running out of space here, but with this, I do have multiple options while I am transferring footage, or if I did need a USB. Honestly, I don't even use anything USB, I just get things that work USB-C because I prefer to have it directly plugged into my computer, like my Lacy hard drive right here. The next tool you need when it comes to SD cards, oh man, this thing will change your life. It is absolutely amazing. If you are someone that likes to film your reels on your camera, I just threw it, or if you take Instagram photos on your camera and not your phone, and honestly, if you have an iPhone, like this is specifically an adapter for an iPhone, if you are transferring over your files, your footage from your computer to your phone, just get one of these. It's an SD card reader, so you plug in your memory card in the bottom here, and then you plug this into your phone. Boom, you can import your videos, your photos, whatever you need, and it's only like 30 bucks. I've got these huge windows here in my office that let in really great light when it is a super bright sunny day. Now, I know you guys are like, what the heck, like why are you in the dark? I feel like I tell you so many times how incredibly dark my house is, but until you really see it, like these are the settings that I use when I am filming on a bright sunny day, no clouds in the sky. These are the exact settings that I use, and right now it's a dreary rainy day here in Birmingham, and this is the image that my camera is giving off. I switched this over to auto exposure. On those days, I mean, usually I just like set up my studio lights, but sometimes I want just like a general bright light in my office that my studio lights almost can't give off. Like I want the whole space to be really lit up. So this light right here, it is actually operated by an app. Now, you may have heard of Philips Hue light bulbs. Those things are freaking expensive. And honestly, I didn't want the light bulbs that changed colors. Like I did not need this to be able to go to purple. I just wanted something that could go from warm light to cool light. These are actually a little bit cheaper and more affordable in my opinion. And I've got one here and then I've got 2 in my living room. Both lamps that I have in there have these lights because that room is especially the darkest room in my whole house. I will turn those on and I will switch them over to daylight, and then it gives off a better visual for my camera, and you can't really tell that I am filming with artificial light. So this can actually go the whole way from warm down to this cool, and then if you just want it, like they have it set to daylight, they've got a few other settings. I think there's like warm, white in here, and just like different options, but I usually just go down to daylight, and then I can also change the brightness of it if I wanted. So I messed up. These I actually bought at Home Depot. I remember now that apparently there's a lot of scammer accounts when it comes to Philips light bulbs on Amazon, and I don't trust it at all. So I go to Home Depot and I buy mine. I'm gonna include a link to this in the description bar down below. Still just wanted to include it in this video, even though it's not from Amazon, because it is something I love. It's a freaking must. This is really only specific to anyone that has old AirPods. The AirPods nowadays, you know, I think they have got a better grippy because they've got like the soundproofing, whatever else. These AirPods, do you guys remember the original commercials? The original commercials for these AirPods were people like walking up walls and dancing and the AirPods didn't move and they stayed in your ears. No, if I move even the littlest bit, AirPods fall out of my ears. So instead of buying like the new ones, I got these like grippy things that go around. Do you guys see what this is doing here? So it just goes around and then it hooks. This is probably the weirdest thing I've ever shared on my YouTube channel. It hooks right here in your ear and it stays in place. I always use my AirPods when I am going live with someone else, when I'm doing a podcast interview. I have done virtual, like I just spoke at my college, stuff like that. I always have my AirPods in so then it doesn't have any playback with my microphone and the sound coming from my computer. And then when I'm working at coffee shops, I will obviously have my AirPods in if I'm editing a YouTube video, and then I'm not like playing with them and stuff. Like these little things right here are the greatest. Now it's only like relevant if you guys have old AirPods, but still, thought I would share. The next thing I just used and I have to share. This is a 50 50-foot cable so that I can plug my computer right into my router. Is that right? I don't know anything about internet, honestly, but instead of having my computer running on Wi-Fi when I'm doing live streams or podcast interviews, or I specifically just did a video shoot with GoDaddy, instead of having my internet possibly cutting out because of the wireless connection, I will have my 50-foot cable running the whole way from my living room into my office. It's ridiculous. I plug it into this adapter thing because this allows it to be plugged into a USB-C. Obviously, this end, just like do old school beauty YouTube right here, this end cannot plug into my computer. So I got this little adapter from Anchor on Amazon as well, and I plug it right into my computer, and then I am just directly connected to my internet instead of relying on wireless. You guys see me film from this angle all the time. Usually my computer's open and I'm doing like an analytic report or something fun. But when I film from this angle, I am facing towards a wall and all of my lighting is clearly coming in over here, and I need something to add a little like fill light without moving my desk away from the wall. Like, this desk is actually a butcher block. I DIY'd this whole entire desk. And this thing is freaking heavy to move, so I would rather not do that. In comes this ring light. I know I recently shared this with you guys in an equipment video, but I felt the need to share it with you again because it is cheap and it is absolutely amazing. So down here, I'm gonna turn this on, and you can actually, let me first drop, it's a little bit hard to like pull up on camera, but you can definitely see the reflection on my MacBook. Then you can also change the color tone. So I don't even know if that's pulling up, but that's yellow. That one is daylight, and that one is white light. I don't honestly even remember what 3 options this comes with. When I'm filming over here, like I said, I usually just have to pull this a little bit closer to my face because I'm using a wide angle lens right now. There we go. It makes it so much better than if I didn't have it. Like, wow. Yeah. If you guys do not have a simple ring light like this, get one. I would like it to be known that I'm addicted to these POWEREXTRA batteries. These are the greatest things going, and if you have a Canon camera and you need replacement batteries, or actually let me back up, if you've got a Canon camera and you're only using the one battery that they gave you, you are doing it wrong. You need to get extra batteries, because if you're in the middle of filming and your battery dies and then you gotta wait to charge it, you don't wanna run into that problem. When it comes to my Canon M50s, I actually have 4 POWEREXTRA batteries, and then for my Canon M5, I just have 2 right here. But what I do is, this is my little charging station that I always have plugged in over there. So this is just a little thing, you know, got 2 USB spots right here, and then I've got one for my M5, one for my M50 batteries, and I just leave this on the ground always plugged in. So whenever one of my batteries drops down to 2 bars or is just totally dead, I will immediately plug it in. Once it's done charging, I will move it to a specific spot where I know all of my charged batteries are. That way I never run out. They last a long time. I can get through a whole filming session on 1 battery, and even then I can usually get through like 2 filming sessions on just 1 battery. You just need these. You can get them off of Amazon, just search POWEREXTRA and then whatever Canon camera you have, and these are great. I do not know if they work with other brand cameras. They might, but I specifically have Canon cameras, so that's why I'm just talking about those. I'm currently editing this YouTube video, and I realized that I never filmed an outro. I don't know who I am. Like, how many videos have I made, and this is the one that I forget to do an outro for? Act as if like this was filmed the same day. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel down below. If there's anything really specific on Amazon that you're like, Cathrin, you need this, girl, why do you not have this yet? This is an absolute must for my business. Let me know, and maybe we can do an updated version of this in a year or something. Until then, I will see you guys back here on Tuesday with another one. Bye, guys.